survive, they may fall.
Okay, I have heard this song before. I don't hear it very often. It's not one of those ones that gets a lot of radio play. Um, but I think it's basically like a sort of environmentalist, I'm going to say screed, but like a sort of uh, I guess relatively early, but I think also pretty popular kind of warning about environmental degradation. Yeah, I haven't heard this song in a minute. All right, let's see. I think it's also kind of a bummer, but yeah, I'll be interested to see what the view was of 2525. And frankly, we might get there a little bit sooner than they'd thought. So let's see what these guys have to say.
In the year 35, ain't gonna need to tell the truth, tell no lies. Everything you think, do, and say is in the pill you took today. In the year.
Okay, yeah, so obviously some anxiety at 35, 35. All right. And I guess they keep going up, maybe. Um, so anxiety around like again, like what I gotta start checking the years of when these are made. I'm wondering like what is this reflective of? Obviously like fear for the future, but I'm also thinking about books like A Brave New World, or like all of those sort of cautionary tales about the things that you think are sort of the promise of the future, but actually turn into the thing that brings the end of civilization, right? So, like, medication, or sort of trying to turn your brain off or to change your way of thinking to make it easier, but then it kind of turns on you, right? Like, there's still some of that today, I guess, yeah.
45, 45, ain't gonna need your teeth, won't need your eyes. You won't find a thing to chew. Nobody's gonna look at you in the year.
Okay, am I not hearing that? You won't find a thing to chew? Nobody's gonna look at you? Wow.
55, 55, your arms are hanging limp at your sides. Your legs got nothing to do. Some machine doing that for you.
Yeah, interesting. Like, this is sort of I'm thinking about that thing in Wall-E, like when everybody is, I mean, it's a skosh problematic, that movie, but this sort of sense that, like that people will sort of willingly give over their kind of physical ability so that machines can do things for them, sort of rendering themselves useless. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is, we're still hearing echoes of that today, sure.
65, 65, ain't gonna need no husband, won't need no wife. You pick your son, pick your daughter too. From the bottom of a long glass tube, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, so I'm also sort of thinking about this, like these years, 25, 25, 35, 35. Like, I wonder if they're supposed to be echoing like your individual age, right? Like, so making you think about like what's going to happen with me when I'm 55, or when I'm 45, or when I'm 35, or whatever. Or if they're literally talking about like years, I don't know, probably a combination of both. Yeah, so like sort of genetics, and yeah, like, not to get too academic about it, but the idea of like anxiety around family, this sort of stable institution of like husband, wife, mother, child, um, or parent, child, I guess, and then like this suspicion about the role of science in that, or like choice in that, or something. I don't know.
In the year 75, 10, if God's a coming, he ought to make it by then. Maybe he'll look
is one of the reasons why this song I feel like doesn't get a ton of airplay. Like, what a bummer. I mean, honestly, like, what a bummer. It's this such a dystopian view. And I also think, like, honestly, the song itself is not really helping the situation here. It's a very sort of, what is that called? Like that type of brum brum brum. I don't know. It's kind of like this style of background that was just done and done and done. I mean, I associate it with Jefferson Airplane, but like it was just really heavily overdone. So it's kind of like this modern folk rock sort of tropey kind of song with this like super dark, everything's like not the world's gonna end, the world's gonna continue and just really suck kind of thing, which I don't know, like the combination of the two is really kind of bumming me out. I don't know.
In the year 8510, God is gonna shake his mighty head. He'll either say, I'm pleased where man has been, or tear it down and start again. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what this video is either, but like hats off. I don't know. I mean, they weren't big into like making music videos back in the day. Did somebody compile all of this stuff? If so, kudos, my friend.
In the year 9595, I'm kinda wondering if man is gonna be alive. He's taken everything this old earth can give, and he ain't put back nothing. Whoa, whoa. Now it's been 10,000 years.
Okay.
Man has cried a billion tears.
Oh boy, yeah.
For what he never knew. Now man's reign is through, but through eternal night, the twinkling of starlight, so very far away, maybe it's only yesterday. In the year 2525, if man is still alive.
Is this from Metropolis? I don't know. Like I think I'm starting to recognize this. Okay. We're going to listen to the end of the song, but like, was that little break supposed to be like, but there's a glimmer of hope, like there's still time? I mean, okay. Yeah, let's finish it. Here we go.
If woman can survive, they may find.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. We get it. What is it? I mean, again, like, I want to give it credit for what it's trying to do. I mean, I think the point of the song is to point out, right, like, a possible line into the future. And I think that that's important to talk about and to think about. This particular song, though, it's a little ham-handed, it's like the lyric is very simple. Like ending it with 5, which obviously rhymes with alive, or, okay, I mean, I get it. I wonder if I can think of, or maybe if you guys know about, a song that does that in just a little bit less of this kind of way. Again, I think also, to me, I don't know, like 60s psychedelic rock has always, I don't know, is it the key that it's all in? It's got this really kind of dark, I don't want to say menacing, but sometimes like just the song itself. And I've said it before, but like there's this kind of template to a lot of this kind of song. You hear, it's kind of, they have the same sort of background music and they just sort of plug in different like lyrics to it. So this song I feel like I've heard in different ways from different bands, like in a lot of ways. So again, I'm just not sure that it brings a lot new to anything. And I don't know. I guess there's a way of looking at it as a sign of encouragement that a song with like as dire a message as this has charted the way that it did in the United States and also overseas, that people were willing to listen to that message, but again, like I'm not sure how well it's aged. Yeah. So there it is in the year 2525.